Hailing from the snowy mountains of northern Japan, the Akita isn't just a pet. It's a living, breathing piece of history. For centuries, these powerful dogs were companions to samurai, guardians of royalty, and even hunted large game like bears and wild boar. They're a symbol of health, happiness, and long life in Japan. And you might even know the most famous Akita of all, Hachiko, whose legendary loyalty touched the entire world. But there's so much more to this breed than just a famous statue. So, if you're captivated by their noble looks, stick around, because you're about to learn everything you need to know. Let's talk about the Akita personality. If you're looking for a goofy, please everyone golden retriever, this isn't it. Akitas are often described as having a cat-like demeanor. They are independent, dignified, and incredibly intelligent. They form deep, unbreakable bonds with their family, but they aren't overly demonstrative with their affection. They show their love in quiet ways, a gentle head nudge, sitting quietly by your side, or just being a calm, watchful presence in the room. This loyalty, however, comes with a powerful protective instinct. An Akita sees their family as their pack, and they will not hesitate to guard them. This makes early and consistent socialization absolutely critical. They need to be exposed to many different people, sights, and sounds from a young age to learn the difference between a real threat and a friendly visitor. With strangers, they are typically reserved and aloof. They'll assess the situation before deciding if someone is worthy of their attention. Now, let's get into their living situation. You might see this big, fluffy dog and think they need a massive yard to run in all day, but that's not entirely true. While they appreciate a securely fenced yard, Akitas are surprisingly adaptable to different living spaces, even apartments, provided their exercise needs are met. What's more important to an Akita than physical space is their personal space. They enjoy their independence and often prefer to have their own quiet spot where they can retreat and observe. They aren't the type of dog that needs constant cuddling or attention. Giving them this space is a sign of respect, and they'll love you all the more for it. Think of them as a quiet roommate who just happens to be a 100-pound ball of fluff. They're happiest just being in your presence, knowing you're there without needing to be the center of attention. One of the most defining characteristics of the Akita is its incredible double coat. This coat is a marvel of natural engineering. It consists of a soft, dense undercoat for insulation and a layer of longer, coarser guard hairs on top to repel water and dirt. This amazing coat means Akitas are built for the cold. They absolutely thrive in winter weather. Seeing an Akita joyfully rolling around in the snow is a truly beautiful sight. They feel alive in the cold. However, the opposite is true for heat. That thick, insulating coat that keeps them warm in the winter can become a serious liability in the summer. Akitas are highly susceptible to overheating. During hot weather, it's crucial to provide them with plenty of shade, cool water, and air-conditioned spaces. Exercise should be limited to the cooler parts of the day, like early morning or late evening. Never, ever leave an Akita in a car on a warm day, not even for a minute. Their tolerance for heat is extremely low, and it can become a life-threatening situation very quickly. So, you've fallen in love with the Akita's looks and loyalty. What about training? This is where their intelligence and independence create a unique challenge. Akitas are not dogs you can command. They are dogs you must persuade. They are smart, and they know it. They get bored easily with repetitive commands. If you ask an Akita to sit 20 times in a row, by the 5th time, they'll be looking at you like, "I've already done this. Why are we still doing this? It's pointless." Training needs to be engaging, respectful, and based on positive reinforcement. They respond best to a partnership approach. You need to earn their respect. Harsh methods or physical corrections will backfire spectacularly with this breed. They are sensitive, and you will break their trust. Instead, use treats, praise, and consistency to show them that working with you is a rewarding experience. A well-trained Akita is a joy, but it requires a patient, confident, and consistent leader. Let's talk about the fluff. Akitas are famous for their shedding. Twice a year, they blow their coat, and it's an event you won't miss. During these periods, which can last for several weeks, they shed their entire undercoat. We're talking about massive clumps of fur everywhere on your clothes, your furniture, in your food. It's like a fur storm. Regular brushing, at least a few times a week, is necessary year-round to manage the shedding and keep their coat healthy. During a coat blow, You'll probably need to brush them daily. A good undercoat rake and a powerful vacuum cleaner will be your best friends. Outside of these shedding seasons, they are surprisingly clean dogs. They groom themselves meticulously, much like cats, and generally don't have a strong doggy odor. So, while you'll be dealing with a lot of fur, you won't be dealing with a lot of dirt or smell. When it comes to exercise, the Akita's needs might surprise you. They are not a hyperactive breed that needs to run for hours on end. They have moderate energy levels. A good, brisk walk or two each day, totaling about 30 to 60 minutes, is usually sufficient to keep them happy and healthy. They also enjoy hiking and other outdoor adventures, especially in cool weather. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise. Puzzle toys, training sessions, and games that make them think are fantastic ways to prevent boredom and destructive behaviors. Remember their history as hunters and guardians. They have a working mind that needs a job to do. Without it, a bored Akita can easily become a destructive Akita. So, a mix of physical walks and mental challenges is the perfect recipe for a well-balanced companion. One of the most important topics to discuss with Akitas is their relationship with other animals. Akitas were originally bred for hunting and guarding, which has resulted in a high prey drive and a tendency towards same-sex dog aggression. This is not a flaw, it's part of their inherent nature. While early socialization can help, many Akitas are best suited as the only pet in the household. It's often not recommended to have two Akitas of the same sex living together, as this can lead to serious conflicts. They may be able to coexist with a dog of the opposite sex if introduced carefully, but it's not a guarantee. As for cats and other small animals, their high prey drive can make this a risky combination. If an Akita is raised with a cat from puppyhood, they might see it as part of the family pack, but they might still view outside cats as prey. This is a crucial consideration for any potential owner. When you bring an Akita into your life, you're making a commitment of 10 to 13 years. Like all large breeds, they can be prone to certain health issues. Hip and elbow dysplasia are common, so it is vital to get a puppy from a reputable breeder who screens their breeding stock for these conditions. They are also susceptible to certain autoimmune disorders, such as sebaceous adenitis, which affects the skin and coat, and hypothyroidism. Bloat, or gastric dilatation volvulus, is another serious, life-threatening condition that affects many deep-chested breeds. Owners should be aware of the symptoms and take preventative measures, like feeding smaller meals and avoiding vigorous exercise around meal times. Regular vet checkups and a high-quality diet are essential to keeping your Akita healthy and living a long, happy life by your side. In conclusion, the Akita Inu is not the right dog for everyone, and that's okay. They require a specific type of owner, someone who is confident, patient, and understands and respects their independent nature. They are not a breed for first-time dog owners. But for the right person, there is no dog more loyal, dignified, or devoted. Living with an Akita is a partnership built on mutual respect. They will guard your home, comfort you with their quiet presence, and offer a bond that is truly unbreakable. They are a living testament to loyalty and a stunning example of natural beauty and strength. If you can provide the leadership, socialization, and understanding they need, the Akita will reward you with a lifetime of quiet, unwavering companionship. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the Akita Inu, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you next time.